Hey guys, Woods Farm here, just back at Frontenac Provincial Park. This time I'm doing a one-night trip. I'm heading out to Buck Lake. I'm going to stay at campsite 1B. I started my hike just about 45 minutes ago at the Big Salmon Lake parking lot, and I hiked up along the lake, and now I'm turning onto the dedication trail to go down to the Slide Lake Loop. There's two whitetails up on that ridge over there, just on the other side of that beaver swamp. So I just noticed this on the trail here. There's this little dug up spot, and there's these little white pieces. And I'm thinking this is a turtle nest, maybe. And these are eggs, the shells, and probably raccoons got into it, which is unfortunate. If you're watching this video, let me know what you think. If you think these are dried up turtle shells from turtle eggs. So that's Cedar Lake behind me, and this is a cool little spot here. This part of the trail is really neat. There's a lot of these little kind of rocky areas, and in between there's these beaver ponds. I've actually seen quite a few deer in here, and I just seen two deer just a little ways back. And last year I seen a nice big buck right up in this same spot. Somebody just tossed a can on the side of the trail, and it's a Monster energy drink, so it's obviously a douchebag. So I'm gonna grab this and take it out with me. It's a pretty good sized rock flipped over, definitely a bear. So I'm just at the actual dedication trail, and I'm going to continue down towards Doe Lake. So I'm just stopping at Doe Lake for lunch. There's a little spot here where a creek kind of comes out into the lake. It's a little ways away from the campsite, and it's a good spot to rest and have lunch. Just coming up to Flagpole Hill. Okay, so made it to Flagpole Hill. I want to say it took me about 45-50 minutes to get here from Doe Lake, and I think I have about 4 kilometers to go, maybe 4.5, something like that. Not far to get to the campsite on Buck Lake. Devil's Gorge. It's a really cool spot. Neat little footbridge. Goes down through the gorge, across this creek. So here we are at the junction to do the North Slide Lake, or the small Slide Lake Loop. Last kilometer, almost to the campsite number 1 on Buck Lake. The last part of this trail is pretty easy. It's an old road, pretty smooth and level. Just spotted a doe and a fawn down by the lake, and just got the iPhone, so I couldn't really get a good shot, but I didn't stick around. I didn't want to spook her with that fawn with her. Just leave him be down there by the lake. Look who I just spotted. You see him? Go over and take a closer look. I'll probably climb up that tree there. Hey, buddy. Okay. So next day on the trail, I got moving around 6:45, and I'm just heading around Slide Lake. This is a pretty cool section of trail that goes right between Slide Lake and Buck Lake. And one of the interesting things is you can see the water level, the difference in height of the water level, which is pretty significant. So that's kind of cool. You really notice that there's an old log slide, and you can see just how different the elevations are. There are cottages on Buck Lake. I've mentioned that before in other videos, but early morning, everyone's still in bed and it's pretty quiet. So if you're hiking up from Buck Lake to check out the waterfall, maybe go swimming there, there's a little Y in the trail. And if you stay to the right, that takes you directly down to the water level and right to where the waterfall is in the swimming hole. And I think the main trail bears to the left. And it takes, I would say, about 20 minutes to get here from Buck Lake. Almost at the end of Slide Lake, and I don't know if you can see it, but that cove up there, that's where we're going. I'm pretty sure anyways. There's a waterfall and a couple of bridges up there, and that's where we're going to make our turn. to head back towards Big Salmon. Okay, something to keep in mind as you come up on the north end of Slide Lake, there's a pretty big incline you got to tackle to get up on one of the ridges. I'm going counterclockwise and you got to go up the hill, but if you were to do the Slide Lake trails and go around clockwise, you'd be going down that hill. So something to keep in mind. Not sure if the video does that justice, but that's a pretty good bank there. You wouldn't want to slide down that. This is mullein, and I think this has a bunch of herbal uses, but I know you can also use it as a substitute for tobacco. Okay, we're at the Mink Lake Lookout. It's a cool little pond. It's got that boulder out in the middle like a little island. Okay, so it took 20 minutes to get here from Mink Lake. So now I'm just gonna start heading down the trail back towards Big Salmon. So I read about these number discs in the park newsletter, and what these are is they're located on the signposts and on bridges. If you look on the posts on the corner of the bridges, and that number, if you have to call in the park office with an emergency and you're not 100% sure where you are, that number will tell them exactly your location. Okay, that's it, home stretch. Last couple of kilometers to get back to the parking lot. Okay guys, I'm only a few minutes from the parking lot at Big Salmon Lake. It took me a little under 4 hours to get here from Buck Lake, kind of doing that north end of the Slide Lake loop. Pretty good weather, great hike. The caterpillars weren't that bad, and you know, Frontenac Park was beautiful as always. I definitely recommend the Slide Lake loop. You can do it as a long day trip, or you can break it up and do a one night like I did. If you want to see more videos of Frontenac Provincial Park, definitely like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.